Drive somewhere else. Better watch my feet. Don't step in dog shit. Hey, how's it going? I'm just live streaming. I'm not putting you in it. I haven't done one in 4 days because I'm censored. See, there's hardly anybody here. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Can't even afford to live in this neighborhood. Too expensive. I've been here since the odd shoes, and everybody's all scared of the 19. I bet you John Cusack ain't playing basketball right now. He's too busy crying in his beer. Should have brought our tennis rackets, huh? We're all beat up tennis rackets from the Salvation Army. Go ahead and shoot it. I'm not videotaping you, Nick. You're not even in it. I'm only taking a picture of the hoop. Ah. Yay. Yeah, do it. Do a layup, Nick. I know he's out of shape. We're all out of shape. Cut it out. Isn't that from, what's that show called? Bob Saget. Ah. No skateboarding. Bike skates. They can tear up the tennis surfaces. Thank you. Oh my God, I have 13 people watching right now. Hey, maybe the YouTube police aren't busy right now. They're on hold. What the hell? Look at this. There's like 23 people watching. So I'm kind of creeped out. Who's watching? Oh, could be. Hope it's not the, you know who. Oh, you suck. Who's the dog? Who is that? Is that Kamala supporters on here? I have my good people, and then maybe it's Kamala supporters. Yeah, I'm only one vote, by the way, so you don't have to be mad. You'll have to get mad at millions of us that live in California that voted red. So yeah, I helped. I'm just that little bit of sprinkle on there on the map. And it's actually redder now by the popular vote. They actually updated the map and it's more red than it was blue. So it's awesome. I love it. But yeah, even my haters come on here. I haven't seen my haters in a long time. So that means that my income's going to go up a little bit. And after 2024. So I'm going to be doing really good. I'm optimistic. And I'm happy. I might be poor as a church mouse, but I'm happy. Isn't that funny? They all came in, they're all, you suck. I'm like, oh, okay, now I know who that is. He's like, how dare you enjoy the outdoors? You're supposed to be hiding under a rock, being scared of the latest new thing that came out of the raw milk. Because the raw milk has the bird stuff in it, right? It's like, no, it doesn't have the butterball on it. Remember, the butterball's got, you know what on it, right? They said that yesterday. They said somebody works for Butterball, put some kind of butterball on it. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm sure everybody does something. There's always one weirdo out of the bunch. I worked with people like that. It's like one weird one, you know. One of them had a Nazi tattoo on him. And he was reasonable though, but he was kind of a weirdo too. Oh, it's snowing where you're at? Yeah, we have clear weather for the next couple of days in California. So I think the happy face on the state is like so broad that we're actually enjoying really wonderful times right now. Great bocce balls. Or is this shuffleboard or bocce balls? Yeah, that was weird. I got like 23 people watching all of a sudden. Isn't that weird? It's like, what the heck? It's like maybe that either that or they don't like this park. Maybe they have like bad memories of being at this park when they were violated by John Cusack. I don't know. But yeah, this is like an old school, like tore up park. Yeah, so now I'm down to my regular number. You know why all of that jumped up so high? It's because probably the people that don't like me, so I haven't recorded in a few days. And then they showed up to show their love. So, and they probably all hit the report button on their way out. Because that's why my channel's been suppressed, because they all hit the report button. And now my channel's totally shadow banned. And I'm just saying, right? Probably. That's probably why it sucks, why my channel completely sucks. It's not like I'm the greatest YouTuber in the world. I'm not saying that, but it's like, come on, at least give me at least 40 views. I'm cool with that. That's fair. Just kind of make it match the number of subscribers. You know, I don't expect every single person to watch, but maybe about 40 views, and I'm cool with it. I mean, you know what I mean? Until they take off then I can finally get monetized after about 20 years. I'm cool with it. They need a good report button too. Yeah, that's what they do is they hit the report button and then they give the reason why they're reporting it. And then apparently the powers that be will act on it, and then the channel is basically shadow banned. Because I got so many I've had so many strikes over the years. Like I'll get 2 strikes within a week of each other. and then I'll what do you call that? I'll appeal the strike, and then they'll say, why are you appealing? And I'll say, because I believe in the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ. And of course they don't reverse the strike because they don't believe in God. You know, because if you do believe in God, you wouldn't behave like that and be shadow banning like that over the truth, because Jesus is the truth and light. Yeah, so they didn't like the John Cusack thing, I guess. They were like, hey, how dare you? And how dare you throw a basketball at a hoop? You shouldn't be celebrating right now. You should be all depressed because we're gonna overthrow the government and then not get in trouble for it. So it's just retarded. Yeah, it's all their goonies doing this shit to me. That's why they all showed up at once. It's all their little goonies. They're rejects. You know what I mean? They're all rejects. They've been rejected by society, so they try to throw the report button at me. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming in, Pale Rider. Yeah, they don't mess with your channel as much as mine, because I have a beef with these people. Apparently, because they didn't like the fact that I don't support their mission to wipe out the white race. I'm not on board with that. So they figure anyone that's against that BLM stuff is their enemy. It's like, what makes your race better than mine? Why do you have to make me feel bad about my ancestry? It says, went to Reddit site today and I said, prove your humanity. What's the Reddit site? I've never been there. I don't venture outside of like YouTube and Twitter, basically, or Facebook. I don't have any other. I do have a Rumble account, but it's just not going anywhere. So it is what it is, right? Yeah, I do not consent. Oh, I got 2 warning in 2 days. Didn't show me the actual violation. You asked me if I wanted to appeal. I failed. Oh yeah, I do have a warning on my channel. I forgot. It's been there forever. What you have to do is you have to take one of the courses, I guess, YouTube courses, and you have to answer questions, and then they'll take the warning off. I think the warning is it could be a threat to permanent removal of the channel. So it's always there lingering. So whatever, dude. Oh, Reddit been around since the 90s. I've never heard of Reddit. Or I've never used it. Yeah, you appealed it too, huh? And obviously they're not gonna let you reverse it. But I've heard people say they've had to take the YouTube course, I guess, and then sometimes they'll get it removed, the warning removed permanently. So, oh, you passed the test. Oh, you said you got the test, huh? They haven't sent me the test because maybe I'm not worth the test. But I am shadow banned, so maybe that is the test to see how long I can stand it. But yeah, you know, they said that the 3-letter agencies, Trump said if he finds out anyone in the 3-letter agencies were part of the shadow banning and suppressing free speech, they were not going to have their jobs. So it's not me saying it, it was Trump. So, you know what I mean? He's just the boss. I just work for him. You know, I don't make the rules, kind of like what they said. But I actually like the rules. Oh, but you failed at the appeal. Yeah, it still stands, right? The warning and the strike. It still stands, yeah. I'm just shadow banned. I don't think they can actually give me any strikes because I didn't actually violate anything per se. Because I don't violate because I'm not a liberal. But I didn't violate anything. So they can't actually say I violated a rule. So I didn't do anything. Didn't do anything wrong. You know? So and I'm not reading from George Washington or anything. I have been, but I've kind of laid off on it. Because I know it's offensive to some people that don't like our American history. They want to turn our country into other countries and then change the names of our cities and stuff to what they want. I mean, they've already taken the Indians off everything because everyone's offended by it, right? It's just insane. I mean, everything in California, they've taken all of the Indian symbols off stuff because everyone's all butthurt by it. It's like, it's part of our American history. You can't erase American history. It's just stupid. You have to be a triggered fool to do that. And if I was Indian, I would take it as a compliment. So what? You're like, yeah, my people were tough. It's cool to see a tomahawk. I don't care. Oh, you enjoy my reading? See, but other people don't really, probably, they don't really care about it much. But I'm trying to educate myself at the same time. Out loud reading is a dying art, right? Yeah, it's like all you ever see besides that is a bunch of stories about people hurting their children. And it's usually leftists that are doing it, that are doing these horrible, rotten things. It's because they don't know how to be a parent because they've been told that, you know, children are not valuable. And they are because they're part of our future. You can't just cut yourself off from having a family because they told you you're going to kill the world if you have a kid. Oh, no, I didn't get a strike, but my view count is suppressed. Last night I made a bunch of videos to see if they would be... Yeah, one night I did, you know what I did? I left my phone on. I left the live stream on. And I just pointed at the ceiling and I just wanted to see if anyone came in. And it was on for like 2 hours and like nobody came on. I'm like, what the hell? Like, no one just clicked on it just out of curiosity to see what the hell that was. And it was like nobody. I'm like, oh, you bastards. You know what I mean? Because somebody hit the report button. A bunch of people hit it. And that was who was just on my channel just now. And they came on my channel right when I started live streaming because I saw it was like 23 views 5 minutes into it. I'm like, uh-oh. You know, I don't get hits like that. There's no way YouTube took their foot off my neck. You know what I mean? It's on full blast. So I know it was them. Because they're mad because Kamala didn't win. And it's like, it's not my fault Kamala didn't win. My one vote didn't change the outcome of what happened. It was millions of votes, not just my one single little check mark. You know? It was millions of other people and their check marks is why Trump won. And Trump won fair and square, and they can't deal with the fact that he won fair and square. And that's why they're mad. They're like crying in their soup, along with John Cusack and Meathead and all them. He's in a mental institution because he can't deal with the fact that the people have spoken. They're tired of the poverty. They're tired of being poor. They're tired of not having anything. And people being left to freeze outside up in North Carolina. People are tired of it. Tired of being left in the dust. Just sick and tired of it. You know what I mean? And then people that are waiting to get their benefits from being disabled are being denied benefits because people that don't belong here are taking all the benefits. And that's why people are suffering. And it's BS, and we're tired of it. And we had the power of our vote to say, no, we're tired of it. And you know what they did? They did cure some of the ballots in California. They said Nancy Pelosi's daughter was over there fixing stuff, I guess, how do you call it? And yeah, they did try really hard to fix it over in my state, but it didn't work 100% because the people have not changed their mind. They might have played with the paper ballots, but they didn't change the minds. Yeah, just sickening. Why'd you say too many chefs in the kitchen? Definitely too many Democrats. Too many Democrats in power right now. Because they said the Congress, I guess, it's like razor thin, a razor thin majority right now. Because it took them over 2 weeks to count the last 2 Congress seats in California. And just sick how long it took them to count them. And they obviously found extra ballots to add to the pot. You know what I mean? It's just sick. They won't even allow us to get a break in this state where we can actually get kind of a red wave. They won't allow it. They just won't allow us to have a red wave in California. Even if majority of people here feel the way I do. They don't care. They don't care what the people think in this state. They just want to continue to rule us like they're kings. They sit on this throne and you have to entertain them. If you don't, they just throw you to the side and starve you out with the peasants. It's just disgusting. Tammy, I think that guy that seemed like he was trolling me and started to ask why he became moderator, I think he may have worked with YouTube or Google. Was it that Robert guy? Could be, huh? Too many government employees, too many laws, too much red tape to get justice. Right. And they're going to raise the gas taxes here in California. And they said they're going to penalize the Tesla drivers here in California as well. They're going to get charged per mile. So they're not going to get a break either. They thought they were going to get a break on the carbon tax or whatever you call it. But they're going to pay for it too. So they have to generate enough revenue in this state. They're losing revenue. Because people are moving and leaving. And then people are moving to Arizona. And then what they did was they gave him a Democrat governor who says she's going to be an obstructionist and not cooperate with Trump and his immigration team, the ICE people. And then obviously Kari Lake didn't get the Senate seat, so she was left in the dust. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense because there were so many red victories in Arizona and she didn't get it. She didn't get anything. She got cheated. Oh, Ethaniel was his name, but you never know what his real name was. This is sick. It's absolutely sickening. That's why I wouldn't want to run for no office, because our voting system is just totally garbage. It wouldn't matter if there was tons of people with that are Republican in the area. They'd still Democrat by a landslide. You know what I mean? But I did notice there was some optimism too that's been building. I didn't see any rainbow stuff in my community today. It looked just normal. Everybody was just kind of normal. And nobody looked ho-hum or anything. Everyone's just doing what they do, you know? Shopping, whatever. No one seems like they're upset. I don't see anyone upset. Because I don't think it is what the media says it is. Everyone's just kind of calm. I don't see anyone driving erratically or angry or any computer monitors being thrown out a window. Everyone seems to be pretty calm. I think there's an optimism that's building. Don't you? I didn't see him ask in chat either. Didn't know he asked because you said it. Yeah, there was probably some weird people in Josie's channel that probably pretended to be like harmless, but maybe some of them weren't. And then they kind of drifted off. You never know. And then they started messing with his channel too. Yeah, they're bots. They're probably part of the bots. Because I have an AI bot that moderates my comments. So, and I know the persons that were there earlier when I first started my live stream. Those are the people that are my enemies, that hate my guts, and they haven't been messing with me for like a year now because they gave up because they knew they had their precious little Biden in there, and so they just gave up on messing with me. Now that Trump is there, now they're all triggered, angry. Now they want to lash out at somebody, and they hate me for that. And I wasn't me just that did it. It was everybody that put Trump in there. So now we get to await our new king, which is Trump. Sorry, I hate saying king, but I hope he does king himself. Because I can't stand the fact of having a Democrat in 4 years. You know what I mean? Just disgusting. They've had enough time running everything. We need a break. We need at least 2 or 3 generations without Democrat rule. Sorry. I just don't trust them to do what's right. They've proven that they do everything that goes against morals and ethics. Not just dollars and cents, but morals and ethics, which is all backwards what they do. It's disgusting. They don't respect life. They disrespect life. You know what I mean? They disrespect life. They treat babies like they don't matter. And babies are our future generation. You don't disrespect life. God put these babies here for a reason. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it. And then they make sure that they don't have a future. They ruin their future. The ones that do make it, they ruin their future. So I don't want any more Democrats. Sorry. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Is it's going to be a long 2 months though waiting. It's going to suck having to wait because I don't like waiting. I like results. You know, not just talk, just action too. Was the troll who said he was from... He claimed he was from Pennsylvania, but he was actually from England or Australia. So they have bots over there too, huh? Apparently, people that are working for evil. He had never heard of Gettysburg. Well, then he's not our people. Obviously, he's not from Pennsylvania if he's never heard of Gettysburg. Yeah, he's not from around here. Yeah, if he was an American, he'd be like, oh, yeah. I remember hearing that in school, all that. Yeah. He didn't have to be a history buff, but he'd be aware of it. Come on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You'd know if someone's an American 100%. They have full knowledge of most things that have gone on in this country. From the beginning to now. It's like 9/11, all that, you know? Oh, yeah. Fully aware of it. Where were you during 9/11? It's like, oh, I was watching a movie or something. And then the news came on. You know, it broke through because back then we didn't have cell phones or anything. So it'd be like, this breaking news, and it would like cut off your TV show or whatever, and it would just break through with the news. Yeah, back then, when it was just cable. So yeah, he didn't know that. He wasn't here. He wasn't in America. It's like if you're born and raised American, you'd say, yeah, I remember that day. I was wherever you were, right? Because somebody had a TV on or something, or you had your radio on or something. You're in a grocery store and heard people chatting about it, something. You would have heard about it. You wouldn't have been like hearing it third hand, you know what I mean? The Constitution, a contract through that none of our names are signed to. The Constitution, a contract. Yeah, right now our First Amendment's under threat. But now that we have new leadership coming, maybe it won't be so much, which will be nice. And then also they said they have a new law that Trump wants to pass, which may get a lot of opposition, is the No Fault Act. And it's for men, basically, that it's no fault of their own that their wife is divorcing them and trying to take all their money and child support and all that. Probably because he finds it to be extremely cruel. And it ruins the husband, it ruins the father, and then it basically ruins the family. You know what I mean? Oh, I had just dropped my son off at school. It came on over the radio. See, everybody remembers what they were doing at the time of 9/11, so you know you're American. It doesn't matter where you lived in the country, you heard about it. You saw it on the TV, you heard it on the radio right when it happened. I was at the vet office getting my cat neutered, and I think it was spayed, but it was spayed. And I saw they had the TV on next to the desk or whatever when I was checking her in to get spayed with my own money. Because back then they didn't have no welfare vouchers. You just had to pay for it with your own cash. And I had the cash to pay for it. So, because I wasn't completely a bum. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? Everyone's just frozen staring at the screen, you know? And it was just grainy, you know, grainy video. Just like everything else was. Just when it turned midnight, it would turn into the flag, right? All the programming would end. All the scheduled programming would end. And it would turn into the national anthem. So yeah, we remember that. We're Americans. That's part of our tradition. Cheesy ass freaking national anthem with the flag. And then it would turn into snow. And the little girl from Poltergeist would say, "They're here." Right? They're here. And it's so sad because that little girl, she suffered too. You know, because of Hollywood and all that. Being young. And it cost her dearly. So people are starting to change their mind about Hollywood. You know, about that Rothschild guy that just died. His house in Hollywood Hills, his house burned down. Dude had a collection of collectible race cars. So Sinatra race cars. Frank Sinatra. And yeah, he was 85 years old. His house burned down yesterday. And apparently he was in the house when it burned down. And the news media is like, yeah, you can go inside that Rothschild's house and see if there's treasures in there because they're rich. The dude was allegedly a billionaire, but his house was like kind of falling apart and all that, you know? It's like an old Skeksis, you know what I mean? So weird. Yeah, and his name was William Rothschild, I think. So, yeah, you saw that, huh? And everyone's like, why is everybody so mad or why is everyone being so cruel? It's like, he was a person just like anybody else. I'm like, well, yeah, he was, but there's like some really bad stuff that was connected to the family name that's not cool. The red shoes and all that. It's like, people know about that. And he may not have had anything to do with it, but he carries that name. So he knows something, you know, he's not totally unaware of it. Even if he was like, oh, I just lived my own life separate from them, whatever, and enjoyed the spoils of my name, whatever my inheritance, like fine. But you knew about the evil. And plus you didn't share anything you had. You were rich and you kept the money for yourself. Basically all those luxury cars that you had in your driveway, Rolls Royces and all that, brand new race cars, old race cars, all kinds of stuff. Oh, Bernie Rothschild now? Oh, you mean Bernie Sanders? Apparently they didn't like him, his family. Oh yeah, they were saying, oh, he was a nice guy. He paid for people's dinner and stuff. He was just a quiet guy. Maybe he was, but his family name wasn't quiet. Apparently they had a lot of dealings with evil. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to talk a bunch of crap about some guy I don't know, because I didn't know him personally. Just a lot of people said that last name was not cool, you know. Even if he was kind of a nice guy, he was just kind of a mild-mannered guy. Just lived privately, that kind of thing. He just had a nice house in Hollywood Hills. And they said he didn't have a cell phone or anything. The only way he'd communicate with people was through emailing. His neighbors had to email him just to talk to him. Their next door neighbors, like, why didn't you just go up to the gate or something and push the button or something, buzz him in or something, you know? I mean, the guy was that reclusive, I guess. That's crazy. I mean, you'd think he'd have hired help and all that, people helping him. So yeah, maybe he was a hoarder. It's just a nutcase, total freaking nutcase. It's hard to tell. But yeah, I don't get to live like a Rothschild. Say, oh, I'm the nice one. I'm the innocent one. I don't do any of that, you know, disgusting crap. I'm the good one, right? It's like, then how come you didn't share some of your fortune with some of the less fortunate? If you were a decent guy, you'd probably share some of your fortune if you inherited a lot of that and you knew you were getting up there in years. You weren't going to take it with you anyway, so it's like, hey, I'm going to give back to my community, and I'm going to help the homeless with the money I have and the nice things I have. I'm going to auction off these these cars, priceless cars, Frank Sinatra cars, which can be auctioned off for a lot of money, and share that money with the people that are less fortunate, and to say, yeah, you know what, this is how I pay back for what happened to the community. Try to repent it by giving to the poor. But he didn't do that. He just died with all his stuff. And you're not going to take it with you. You're not going to take all that crap with you when you die. Yeah, this is what the real shit is the ducks. You know, giving them old bread. Being out in nature, not caring about a lot of the materialistic stuff that doesn't matter anyway. And it sounds like that Rothschild guy didn't have any kids or anything, or any wife or anything. He just lived alone, just by himself in that place with all that nice stuff, like the cars and all that. Just died a lonely old man. Just sad. He could have exposed what he knew too. You know what I mean? Yeah, I haven't been to this park in a long time, this duck park. I'm surprised there's ducks left. Well, we don't have any Haitians here, so they're all leaving Springfield now, but they better not be headed over to California. They're like, well, we go to California then because we'll probably feel more work in there because it's sanctuary state. You know, it's like, great. It's like, I don't have the money to bust out of here yet. As soon as I save up money, I'm getting out of here because Newsom said it's going to be a sanctuary state. It's like, no, you got to be kidding me, man. Oh, they're all flocking, huh? Oh, Canadian geese? Holy crap. Canadian geese in the back there, huh? Quack, quack, quack. Yeah, so if it wasn't for the Democrats in the state would be awesome. I mean, how pleasant it is outside. Yeah, it's perfect right now. That's why people love coming to California to visit. It's perfect weather and the beaches are beautiful. Oh, he's trying to bite your butt. Well, he's not a goose. Geese are the ones that bite your butt. Well, you know, they say bread has cardboard in it. So they're eating cardboard. I'm not the one saying it. It's all the reports coming out. Look at all the Canadian geese. There comes the Canadian geese. Here comes Trudeau. Now, one of them's a telephone, right? That one looks like a telephone. It looks like a telephone from the 1980s.
Oh, I heard that one. He's hanging around looking in front of him.
Psych, go bitch.
No, don't bite. Don't fucking bite.
I know, that's why you don't want any pet ducks or geese. Because they'll bite you. When you don't give them tons of food, they'll start biting you. Yeah, we haven't been over here in years.
They're fighting each other. This is crazy.
I'm spending the rest of my lint in my pocket to pay for gas. Because we're so happy about Trump being elected. Canadian geese permanently moved to Ohio. Don't fly south for winter, nor Canada for summer. Yeah, you don't want to be there because all the Haitians are going to come to Canada and they're going to come to California. So all these geese and ducks and all that, they're a threat. They basically have numbers on them for lunch, the menu. So he's like, Trudeau's like, here's some geese for you. You hungry? Disgusting. 911. I was doing an oil change at dealership and saw the second tower fall on big screen on surround sound. Yeah, exactly. So we all, if you're a true American during that time, you remember what you were doing that day when you heard about the towers falling. You didn't have to be in New York to hear about it. It was everywhere. That information was everywhere. Yeah, so we all know what happened. And it was to collapsed our economy, and the housing crash happened shortly after that. People were losing their homes and all that. It's just absolutely disgusting. And then they try to do it again by electing Kamala Harris. So, yeah, I'm just happy I got the views I got. I didn't want it from my enemies, though. I just wish it would have been not my enemies watching, because they're the ones hitting the report button. They're the ones smacking the report button, right? How dare you? It's like, why do you still care? If you don't like Trump, go move to Canada. That's where Ellen DeGeneres and all them moved to. It's like, just move to Canada. Because if Kamala won, I said I'd just move to Russia. I didn't have a problem doing that. You know, I wear 10 layers of clothes, and I just walk through the deep snow to get over there. And I wouldn't even say Wolverines while I did it. I keep it to myself, because I have no problem with them. Yeah, they know what's going on. That's why they keep attacking. That's why our country keeps attacking them, because we want to keep the conflict going. Make more money that way. We don't want peace, so we don't make money through peace. Oh, it's just, I just find everything funny. I haven't made a video in 4 days, and my worst enemies literally pop in. And it's also on the wounds of Kamala Harris losing, so they're very angry. They're like, how can Trump win? How dare he win the election and get the popular vote and the electoral vote? Ugh. Maybe because you guys were torturing us and talking to us like we're trash. You said we were trash and all that. It's just disgusting. Calling us fucking white trash and all that. It's like, screw you, man. And Biden said the white man was the enemy of the state. He said that when he first got in there. Everyone remembers. How do you not remember that? He said white people were the enemy of the state. It's like, what? Half your administration, half the people in your cabinet are white. What are you saying? You idiot. It's like, you know what? That's what happened. When you say stupid stuff like that, people respond. They go, hello? You just called me and my ancestors garbage. You know what I mean? That's what he meant. And that's why they left the people in North Carolina high and dry, because they're their enemies. They don't like white people. They're going to leave white people to suffer. They don't want white people. They want white people out. Oh, yeah, Biden, he's Irish. So it's like, dude, you just go back to Ireland. And people in Ireland don't even want him. They're like, you can have him. Like, I don't even want him. You have him. They don't want to lay claim on him. You know what I mean? He's a weirdo. Total weirdo. He's like, my family's all Zionist and so is my father. It's like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Idiot. See how this is all slimy? Look at this crap. This is what Trump has to drain. He has to drain the swamp. Ugh. It's like a slimy duck pond. Garbage in it. I haven't been here in years. Sent him to Ukraine, right? Him and Hunter. It's just sick. Look at this, like green, like a chemical or something. Maybe it's that recent rain we had. There's like some kind of chemicals in it. It's like green, blue color. That's gross. That is disgusting. That means that's whatever's in the environment. Ew. Good news, I don't have to see that stupid yellow and blue flag anymore. You know the Ukraine flag. Hopefully they start taking those down. Stop worshiping that. Because they're conscripting a bunch of those people over there. People that are handicapped and all that. People that are old, they're conscripting them and making them fight in that war. So there you go. Look at the sky. See, I already know all this stuff, and you guys already know all this stuff, huh? It's like auto-repeat. See, but the enemies of ours, they don't know all this. They're too stupid. They don't think. They just react with their emotions. They don't actually use their brains. Their brains don't work right. Our brains work perfectly. We see what's going on. You know what I mean? And I'm going to record as long as I can until I can't record anymore. You know? Kind of like a credit card. I'm just going to max it out. Because they're not going to extend my credit. And I've made tons of payments on it, but I'm never gonna pay it off. But I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. They only have one life. Not going to be silenced into a corner. You know what I mean? Watch out for the brown trout that just floated by, right? This nasty water. Yeah. Maybe you can save a few idiots if they watch your videos. No, they just hate me. They were neighbors of mine that they just hate our guts. And every once in a while, they come and troll. And then sometimes they'll mess with my Facebook or whatever. But they hadn't messed with me in over a year, so kind of weird. But they're just mad because Kamala Harris lost. That's all it is. And you'll probably get trolls on your channel too. People that are still mad about Kamala losing. They'll come in and troll and all that and say, ew, you're a Nazi. All that. Because you're happy. You're not supposed to be happy. You're supposed to feel depressed because Donald Trump is Hitler. It's like, no, he's not. He's just enforcing the laws that are on the books. And he's actually creating new laws that are going to enforce the old laws. The laws that you guys don't want to follow. You guys are going to burn and loot everything? You guys are going to burn up DC? Go ahead. Because you guys are going to be in trouble. And he's going to let the January 6th people out. And you know what he's probably going to do? He's probably going to invite them to the White House. Say sorry for what happened to them. And they're probably going to be invited to the White House dinner. Probably the first couple nights he's there. They're going to cook up a meal for everybody. Say, this is the first hot meal you guys have had, and I'm going to be the one to serve it to you. You know what I mean? I would. Say, I'm gonna treat them to a nice hot meal at the White House. Yeah, I know they're probably tired of DC, but I'm gonna at least treat them to a hot meal at the White House, served by Melania. Her own recipe, her own food, like Slovenian food. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? And just the media's like, ugh, but they can't see it anymore because they can't slander. You know what I mean? That'd be really nice. I think that's what he'll do. I'm not psychic or anything, but he might do that. He might invite him to have dinner at the White House so that things can be hashed out and details can be worked out. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be so awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of duck shit everywhere. Yeah, so you guys, thanks for coming in. And I didn't expect that crowd of the trolls to come in. I thought they'd given up on me. But apparently they never did give up on me because they like to stalk me every once in a while. Because that shows that they actually care about me. Because they actually stalk me and write rude stuff or whatever. But whatever, dude. They know it's not going to change the outcome. It's like Trump won. Just get used to having to follow the law from now on. You guys can't, you know what? In California, they just passed a proposition where if you shoplift in California, you'll be prosecuted for shoplifting. So don't steal anything. That's the law in California. Don't steal anything. Even though our governor here tried to fight it, it passed with flying colors to not allow shoplifting in our state because these shop owners are tired of it. They're tired of their stores being shoplifted and stuff being stolen. They're tired of it. You know what I mean? They're sick and tired of it. At least that's one good thing in California is they passed that law where if you shoplift, you can get in trouble for that. Not just slap on the wrist and that's the end of it. No, we're tired of it. So at least that's something. And the rest of the states obviously will follow suit with clamping down on a lot of that shoplifting. That'll be awesome. Won't that be awesome? It'll reduce a lot of crime. Because that's why a lot of these shops are closing down where I live because of the shoplifting and just the BS. Just sick of it. Tired of it. And then just dumping off homeless people up here for us citizens to have to figure out what to do and how to house all these people. Because, Biden and all them are the source of why there's so much homelessness. So, and my viewpoint on this is if things don't get better in the state, we're just going to have to move. Even with Trump in office, if things don't get better and Newsom just keeps doing his sanctuary state stuff and it's just not getting better here, it's just staying like crap. You know what I mean? Like he keeps cutting off the circulation on us. Basically, he's cutting off our oxygen here in California by now allowing good stuff to flow in here. Then I'm leaving. And he'll go, well, you're going to pay a fee to leave. Like, okay, fine. Pay the toll and I'm out. You know, it's just insane. Yeah, I didn't get that job from the retirement center. I wouldn't take it, so no job. I think that's why. Yeah, Josie, that's what the thing is if you work um, anywhere where there's like elderly people or hospitals or whatever, they require the jab. Because I've looked up jobs like just similar to what you looked up, and it's the same crap. And I'm like, I'm not doing that because they already know what the deal is, and I'm not doing it. So there's that. I guess we're gonna have to be like The Village, the movie The Village, and just separate ourselves and just live off the land. Because I'm not doing it. Just not doing it. It's just bullshit. Yeah, so they tricked you, didn't they? Didn't they, Josie? They tricked you with the jab. They left that detail out of the job description. Maybe they didn't put it in the job description. Yeah, so they deceived you. You thought, oh, this is great. You know, I can do this job. No problem. I don't mind working around old people. And then they go, oh, well, you have to have the jab too. It's like, no. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get a job at a hospital, just cleaning the hospital rooms. And they said you had to have the jab in order to clean the rooms. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, well, we do need workers. We need people to come in and clean. It's like, yeah, but I'm not taking the jab. So that's a deal breaker. If you take that out of there, the jab, then yeah, then I'll fill out the paperwork. But no jab. You know, and I'm not wearing a diaper on my face either. So it's a deal breaker right there. I'd rather just clean people's houses privately. You know, just whatever, come in once a week and clean their house than that. I won't make as much money, but I won't have a jab. Oh, they said they would check with Human Relations. Oh, to see if an exception can be made. Maybe you can get a doctor's note and they can make an exception. And you probably have to get it renewed too. Like you have to keep renewing it so they don't enforce it. It's just totally crap. Like, well, because it's a medical situation, because these are patients that are being treated by nurses, right? So you have to have that. Even though you're not a doctor or nurse or whatever, but you still have to do it. It's like, why? I'm not. Yeah, so I bypassed at least a dozen jobs that were listed because of that, because that was one of the things on the requirements. It's like, no. You're just going to have to deal with my lung butter without it being treated. And if I do have lung butter, I'll just stay home for a few days and that's it. That's as far as I'm going to go with anything I do with that. You know what I mean? Or I'll just take some Theraflu or whatever, NyQuil, whatever. And it doesn't get rid of the symptoms very much, but it does make it tolerable. And I can deal with that, you know? But I'm not taking a cure for it. It's like, there's no cure for that. There never was. No, you put vapor rub on your chest, that kind of stuff. You know? A neti pot, all that. You just try to make moisture in the air so your nose doesn't dry up. That kind of stuff. Drink hot tea. You know, just natural remedies that everybody knows about. The honey and the zinc and all that. Everybody knows that crap. They just rather take the easy road, you know? And then they become zombies. And they wonder why they're zombies. I don't know. Why am I becoming a zombie? I don't know, because you got in line. And now you're all twitching and stuff. It's just sick. And it's really sad if people in your family took it, because then you don't know if they're going to become like that or they've just got saline or something. But you know what? After a while, when Robert Kennedy gets in, what I'm saying is not going to be taboo anymore. It's going to be common talk. Everyone's going to be talking about it. Even the ones that took the cure are going to be talking about it. And then they're going to be like, hey, how come no one warned me about this before? It's like, oh, I already did. You treated me like crap. Oh, my mom and my son took it. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can't save everybody. They just won't listen. They're like, oh, I got to keep my job or whatever, right? Or I'm going to be around older people. And they said it's better if I do it that way. If I'm around an older person, they don't run the risk of me giving it to them. It's like, the hell? It's all that is your own body flushing out its own crap. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with spreading anything. It has to do with your own immune system. Total crap. Yeah, so I'm getting off track here. But I had a great time though. And I'm glad I did this video because I knew my oppressors were going to come in the hordes to try to knock me down and make me feel like crap. But I don't feel like crap. I feel great. You know? I feel great. We should make a new Facebook. It's called Shame Book. People that are shamed should be on the Shame Book or the Fail Book. Utter failures on the Fail Book. Because they're trying to make all these new websites. Well, then it's Fail Book because you guys are failures. You guys on the left are failures. Make a Fail Book and you guys complain about Trump 24 hours a day on the Fail Book. Because even Mark Zuckerberg is now siding with Trump. So, you know how sick that is? That's crazy. So anyways, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm glad you guys came in, and all the other trolls that came in to troll me. I'm glad the trolls love me, but I only care about the people that like my channel, that are here supporting my channel is all I care about. But I already know trolls are in the background as well, because they're mad about Kamala Harris, and they want to troll like crazy. Well, you know what? Like Josie said, he goes, cool, go ahead and troll me, because that gets me extra views on YouTube. And then eventually when they lift all the bans off YouTube, then I'll be monetized. It'll be cool, at least for 4 years. And after that, who knows, you know? Maybe they'll just have T-Rexes for president. I don't know. But we don't know anything yet. We'll find out. But yeah, even the trolls give you views, right? So whatever. Maybe they shouldn't come in because it's helping my channel. And it's spreading the word, and now they're sending out notifications to people that wouldn't otherwise know about my channel. Yeah, it's cool, right? So, appreciate the views. We're getting close to leaving the park, but I just wanted to get some exercise, and it was awesome to get exercise. I haven't been here in 2 years to this park. I'm sure the ducks missed me. You know, they had their face diapers on probably for 2 years, trying to protect everybody from whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is a really nice park. I wish I had the money to live right here, right on the water. With a nice view of the duck pond, and no view of anybody else messing with my crap. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a nice day. And I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. We had a decent Thanksgiving. So that's all that matters. Because Trump's president, so it was awesome. Everything tasted better, everything smelled better, everything felt better. Because Trump is president. So, yeah, let's put out the Christmas decorations now, right? We're going to be festive this year. So, anyways, I appreciate everyone coming in. Bye, Tammy and Preacher, and I'm trying to think about who else was here. I don't want to disregard anybody, even though I'm stepping in duck shit. Let's see. And Tammy, and I think Deaf Bread was here too, so thank you for coming in. Yeah, thank you for coming in and supporting my channel. And it helps out a lot because my channel's been sucking real bad. So, anyways, thanks everybody, and bye-bye ducks. If I have extra cash, I might come back and visit you again. Bye, everybody.